evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to round 3 of the West Coast Sim Racing GR86 series, coming at you live from the virtual Barber Motorsports Park. The following is a technical, elevation-hungry road course in Alabama. As always, driver favorite, tight radius corners, and those huge elevation changes. And it's going to be a pretty big talking factor here tonight. There's going to be hardly a moment to breathe once this green flag drops. Before we cut to virtual trackside action, though, we got to take a look at some point standings. Welcome in here to Stam Studio Network. My name is Sean Stam to bring you through another night of some immaculate West Coast sim racing. Taking a look at our GR Cup standing, it's Stone Colby to the point. Joey Rainey, he's up there P2. Andrew Bound, Slater Colby, and then Joe Rainey running up the top 5 in our point standings. Alrighty, welcome in, welcome in. We already got YouTube chat popping off here tonight from this tight technical elevation hungry 16-turn road course, 2.3 miles out of Leeds, Alabama, sitting at an altitude about 620 feet. It's a great day for racing here at the virtual racetrack, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Taking a look at our starting grid, it's Andrew Bound, once again another pole position on the season. He can slap it on the ball with a 136.006. Brandon Birch, how about the Birch? He'll start P2. Slater Colby, Stone Colby, it's twins that round out row 2. Benjamin Forehand, Joey Rainey, Nico Colby, Joe Rainey, that's who ran at the top 8. Igor, who is really fast in our practice session, he'll start P9. Amethyst Reese at a Crystal Gems, she'll start P10. Samuel Donatons, Jake Steckler rounding out 11th and 12th. Warren Johnson, Dylan Best. I'm still looking for that one, Dylan. Let me know there. That's 13th, 14th. Josh Hunter, Glenn Bratton, Ali Xay, Darren Colby, Andreas Profana, Demetrius Gallegos, Colton Juarez, Christine McConey, and Nikolai Meiswickel, who ran out this 23 driver grid here tonight. All right, some familiar faces and some familiar paces, but also some newer paint schemes. You see that's that Hot Dogger's Jumbo hot dog machine of Andrew Bound there. Once again, he did slap it on the pole once again here this season. That might have to be a driver that we keep an eye on here, not only up until that competition caution at or around minute 20 of the race, but as well, he might double it down here tonight, win that competition caution, as well as get that white checkered flag. But before that, we're gonna have to drop the green flag here tonight. We're just a couple feet away from it. Here we go, the green flag is out. It's Andrew Bound, it's Brandon Birch. Here comes Slater and Stone up there in row number 1. This might get tight. We're already looking 3 wide. There's contact between the 2. Oh no, Andrew Bound, race leader. He gets contact. The Colbys are still slapping into each other. Looks like Nico Colby, he's gonna make it by there. Amethyst Reese, oh, there's a huge spin. The spins are still going. It's Glenn Bratton. Warren Johnson is in the beach as well. They are still wrecking back here. This is looking like at the start of a Daytona NASCAR race. Colton Juarez involved, Ali Xay involved. There's probably 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers. Ali Xay still spinning. There goes another Glenn Bratton as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different drivers involved. All of that being said, after all the argy-bargy is now said and done, it's Brandon Birch to the race lead. It's now Andrew Bound, who dropped all the way to about P5, P6 for a moment on the race start. It's Andrew Bound all the way back up to P2. Benjamin Forehand, Joey Rainey, and then Nico Colby rounding out the top 5. Nice start for the Dynaco 127 machine of Igor. Remember, he was really fast in practice. He's looking to show some pace earlier on from the opening lap here at Barber Motorsports Park. As they go back down the hill, there's Joe Rainey. Looks like he was able to get away from this start clean and A-OK after last week's West Coast sim racing start for him was, oh man, it was tough. It was a hard impact, kind of pinballed into the rest of the field with contact that was not Joe Rainey's fault. Joe, he's gonna continue to gain at least 1 spot since the drop of the green. Then it's Josh Hunter, then it's the other Dynaco. This one is the 95 machine. Whoa, hard and heavy contact for Christine McConey. He goes down hard to the inside. Not even safer barrier, inside concrete barrier. Coming out of turn 16 onto our start-finish stretch. All right, well, before we get too deep here into this one, we have to look at the drop of the green flag once again. There was beating and banging contact between the two Colbys with Andrew Bound here out up front. There's kind of how it first starts. There's Brandon Birch. He first kind of initiates the contact with Andrew Bound. It looks like the 25 of, I think that Stone Colby tries to kind of get Andrew Bound riding back the right way. That's exactly what happens. No, excuse me, that was Slater. Here comes Stone. I'm still getting them mixed up here. And then, yeah, Stone gets turned right in front of the pack. He has nowhere to go. Warren Johnson makes it through that one, but then Warren has nowhere to go as the pack continues to just pinball off with one another. Huge incident to start this race. Here's how it first starts. It's just, then we're going to look 3, 4. There's still some 3 and 4 wide a little bit later on there. There goes Stone Colby around. Warren Johnson getting squeezed out and off the racetrack there. The orange and blue machine, as well as the 259. Amethyst Reese goes around as well. Dylan Based. I think I'm finally getting that one at least a little closer for Skidmark Sim Racing. Big incidents to start this race. All right, back up here to the race lead. It's Brandon Birch. He's trying to run away with it, but it's going to be hard to run away from that hot Daugers machine of Andrew Bound. And Andrew, he's going to try to look to go back-to-back here again at West Coast Sim Racing. As he's going to try to fake the outside. Ooh, maybe fakes back and towards the inside as well. Brandon is going to try to have to play some immaculate defense here over Andrew Bound, but if these two drivers do start to do battle here with one another, don't look now, but I mean, Benjamin Foran, Joey Rainey, Nico Colby, they're all still right up in this front battle for the race lead as they make their way down and into it's kind of a downhill hairpin, chicane into a hairpin here from Barber Motorsports Park. It's tight, it's technical, it's elevation hungry. It's still Brandon Birch to the race lead, but it might not be just for long. Excuse me, Brandon Birch to the race lead. Benjamin Forand is still right there with that battle for the race lead. Right there with him for P3, Joey Rainey. Let's hop on board with Joey Rainey. Look at the hands that are about to go to work here. It's micro adjustments on the steering wheel. It's throttle inputs and brake inputs that are pretty hard to be beat here for the Joey Rainey machine. We know that he's got the speed, he's got the pace, he's got the speed and pace, as well as in real life racing out at Apex Motor Club. Joey Rainey driving a very similar car here to that Mazda MX-5 Cup car as Andrew Bound tries to find something there, tries to get a little sort of work there happen into that battle for the race lead. Not able to make the pass happen in 1 and 2. Now we'll go through 3, 4, head towards 5 and 6. Brandon Birch, he's still, I'm liking the lap time there. He just put down a 1:36.59, although Benjamin Forehand just put down the fastest lap of the race with a 1:36.07, almost 5/10. That's my math is mathing. That's, I think, a whole half of a second faster there as Benjamin Forehand and the Scott Adams develop. Wait, let's see. There it is, Scott Adams, driver development, number 35, Toyota GR86. He's able to get that faster lap time, really with not trying to fight for that right to party in P2. Benjamin Forant continues to really work the slipstream, work the draft. We're on board with Benjamin Forant here. There's Barber. You gotta shout out Warren Johnson. I know I say this probably about every race this season for the West Coast Sim Racing, both GR86 as well as GT Challenge. But Warren Johnson, as well as kind of the community here, coming together and choosing just a car track combo schedule that's, I don't think, can be beat here than Stam Studio Network racing broadcasts here. We also appreciate each and every one of you still that are joining us down on YouTube lands. Andrew Andreas joined us. Moonlight Dancer still hanging out here with us. Jaws down there live on YouTube land. I think I'm saying that one right. It's all battling right now for this final driver interview position, as we're about 13, maybe 14 minutes away from that competition caution. Then we're going to re-rack, restack the field. Nico Colby continues to run P5. Igor, Joe Rainey, Josh Hunter, Slater Colby drops back to P9 after starting up there P3. Then it's Andreas. He continues to run P10 after gaining 9 spots. I'm liking Andreas Profani here tonight. That Stam Studio Network Dynaco machine. Andreas has Jake Steckler there for some company right there behind him. Dylan is saying base like a turkey. Thank you, Dylan. That clears things up for us. Dylan based, where's he at? Dylan, he's down there, P17, but in the respectable position, continuing to have that really nice battle up there in front of him after, I mean, Dylan, we know he's got really nice pace in these Toyota GR86 cars. We've seen it. And in West Coast Sim Racing here, broadcasted on Stam Studio Network. And Dylan right now, although with that little bit of a slip and slide and spin earlier there, I think it was lap 1, lap 2 of the race, he's got Amethyst Reese, Warren Johnson right there, right up in front of him. I don't think it's if, but it's when Dylan makes this move here, tries to get back to at least where he started. Let me know if everything is sounding A-OK down there in YouTube land as we'll hop on board with Dylan based here. He's got that Stam Studio Network paint scheme up there out of that Crystal Gems Amethyst Reese paint scheme. Amethyst, she's back here with us racing in at least the GR86 series and West Coast Sim Racing. Appreciate Amethyst coming back out here on track as whoa. Colton Juarez right there up in front of this battle got loose as a goose. He's going to save it though, but that's going to really allow Warren Johnson, Amethyst Reese, Dylan Based to also join this battle here. Ooh, Amethyst Reese might be looking at a move here. Kind of fake the outside, maybe try the inside if Amethyst is able to get this run over league owner Warren Johnson, that number 24. I know why Warren Johnson runs that number 24. It's childhood hero. I think it's still the hero for him. Obviously Jeff Gordon there. Warren, he's holding off Amethyst Reese at the time being, as well as closing that gap to Colton Juarez. Kind of the meat of the sandwich, you could call it right here. He's also trying to stick his nose up there in this battle as well. So Brandon Birch, even, what, 9.5, almost 10 minutes down here from Barber Motorsports Park. He continues to lead over Andrew Bound. Andrew Bound with a driver with 2,900 road course iRating. Brandon Birch, 2,600 road course iRating. So both these drivers, you got to come to expect that they not only know how each other drives here after racing one another from, what, 1, 2, almost 3 seasons here at West Coast Sim Racing, but as well as with that very similar kind of iRating range between one another, they're also going to be similar on pace. Here comes, speaking of similar on pace, Joey Rainey, Benjamin Forant. Those drivers were fighting it out there for that final driver interview position. Joey Rainey's able to slot his way back up to P3. I say back up to P3, well, he's going to work his way up to P3 after starting in P6. He continued to slice, dice, work his way up front in that number 30. Welcome in here, Ted. We are hoping that you are still on a speedy recovery there, and hopefully everything's going A-OK for you there. If you're just now joining us, this has been a really nice battle here between these Toyota GR86 drivers. We are 11 minutes down. We are probably looking at about 11 minutes to go till that competition caution here to re-rack and restack the field. The top 7. I mean, you could still throw about a whole blanket over. Brandon Birch, Andrew Bound, Joey Rainey, Benjamin Foran. They're all separated by less than a second each. Then you start to look Nico Colby, Igor Rix, oh God, Rixkov. Igor, you're gonna have to let me know there. we have quite a few newer drivers here with us this league this season, this West Coast Sim Racing League, and so make sure if I have been butchering your name, you let me know. Just let me know what's happening down there live in YouTube land as Dylan based like a turkey. Well, Dylan's basted this turkey is up way here tonight. He's worked his way up to P16 after that slip and slide earlier on lap 1. Whoa, look at Warren Johnson get 2 tires off the racetrack on corner entry and corner exit. Amethyst Reese kind of tries to follow in his footsteps there. Amethyst, she goes all 4 tires off the racetrack there. Last corner will head up and around the bend. Amethyst, she now tries to take the spot back from Warren Johnson after Warren, he goes up to P14. Warren's another one of those drivers that was, I mean, it was super speedway wrecking up their lap 1 of this race. All these drivers trying to, I don't think necessarily try to make something happen there lap 1 of the race, but it was just one thing led to another, kind of avalanche effect, you could call it. Man, how about Brandon Birch lap after lap? I am being more and more impressed with this vehicle buyer's Apex Motor Club number 36 machine. Brandon Birch, we have seen the pace out of the 36 machine. Don't get me wrong here, it looks like we have a driver down and into the pits. That's going to be Christine McConey. But back to Brandon Birch, if I'm remembering right from last week, he was up there within that top 3 battle. I think he fell back there after, like we have seen time and time again, after the competition caution flies. It's all virtual elbows from that point on after minute 20. My notes serve me correct. Brandon Birch finishes P5 at Brands Hatch, and he continues to have a really nice run up in those point standings as well. Continues to have an immaculate run here tonight from Barber Motorsports Park. It's oh man, it's Andrew Bound. He's coming with a head of steam here these last couple of laps. He's been able to withtain that about 0.2 of a second gap. Andrew Bound here, I almost wonder if he's studying for exams, going to school here tonight. Maybe just trying to see where Brandon Birch might be beating him off. And I mentioned it, don't look now, but Joey Rainey, Benjamin Forant, as this battle continues to get tighter up here for the battle for the race lead. It's Joey Rainey, Benjamin Forant, and Nico Colby, who's still right up here with this battle. I'm talking final driver interview spot. I'm talking maybe even battle for the race lead as we continue to dwindle a little bit closer towards that white and checkered flag. It's still 0.2 of a second that separate Andrew Bound and Brandon Birch. Let's see if Andrew Bound's able to do anything through turns 15 and 16. If he is going to school, if he is trying to make something happen, this is where you're going to want to make something happen there on the last lap through 15 and 16. You have, I think that last little bit of kind of gets the right-hander gets the car, I think, upset as far as suspension standards go, and then you can really slide it down in there into that last left-hander, turn 16. That's the final turn here tonight. But we'll get to we're not even halfway down here to go. It's still Brandon Birch. He's having a real nice run. Oh, it looks like Christine McConey's either back or still down there in pit lane. I can't shout out the Birchy machine here tonight after starting P2, able to get away from that avalanche effect there in turn 1. Nico Colby gives us a little flashy McFlasherson down the isn't so straight as we'll head into the kind of hairpin, you could call it. It's turn, I think it's, let's see, 14, 13, 12. I think that's 11 and 10 there. They make their way through now. Igor, Joe Rainey, Slater Colby, Josh Hunter, and Stone Colby. That's who round out 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's still a decent battle here between Slater, Josh, and Stone, but after contact on their sides, after door banging with Slater and Stone there on lap 1 of the race, unfortunately they fall back here. Yeah, it's going to be 8th and 10th position. Andreas Parfano, whoa, this is tight, this is technical, this is, I don't think I've ever seen side-by-side racing here in some Toyota GR86 racing machines. It's Andreas Parfanos, Demetrius Galagos there in the 003. Rip it and pray, I think it said there on Demetrius, his rear bumper. Looks like he's doing just that here tonight, as he's going to take away P12 away from Andreas Parfana. And then right back behind them, it's Amethyst and Warren Johnson that are continuing to go at it. Looks like Amethyst Reese is able to get back P14 back and away from Mr. Warren Johnson. Dylan Bass continues to hang up right within this battle. It's drivers that are ranging 1,500 road course rating, 1,600, and then it's 1,800 in order. Amethyst, Warren, and Dylan, 14th, 15th, 16th right now. Samuel Donathan, Glenn Bratton as well going at it there. Oh boy, it's Andrew Bound. Looks like he was able to make it happen out of turn number 16. I think we have the quick race replay of how he's able to make it happen. No, it's down the hill. Yeah, I think this is out of 15-16. Andrew Bound looks down into the inside, kind of sizes him up there just a little bit earlier on pause. Brandon Birch has no choice there to just kind of make it happen. Excuse me, not 15-16, but it's that might be kind of the same move that we'll see from these last coming laps here out of as we make our way closer and closer. Probably working about 2 to 3 laps until that competition caution at or around minute 20 of the race. Brandon Birch now he's going to be the driver who goes to university here tonight. He's going to go to school. He might go to a little bit of offensive studying here as, oh boy, Nico Colby had some help down at, not help, but he had some company down to the inside of that Scott Adams development driver. So Brandon Birch, he's still well within this battle for the race lead. 1/10 of a second separating Bound and Birch. Nope, and right as I say that, it's going to Brandon Birch kind of lose it a little bit there. He'll fall back 4/10 of a second. Here comes Joey Rainey. This is right as I said. It's also a new paint scheme here for Joey. Joey, congratulations on the new family member there. As Joey's fighting. He's got that top 3 spot solidified for the time being, but he might be asking for a little bit more than that here tonight, as he's definitely showing the pace. Talk about showing some pace, though. Stone Colby back in 10th position after the contact on his side earlier on lap 1, turn 1 of the race. Stone Colby sets the fastest lap here tonight with a 1:35.90. Hop on board with Stone here. This is going to be kind of a fun driving off on board. Not only is he fast, not only does he have the pace, but he's got kind of that lead foot there, not only on the throttle pedal, but I guess lead foot on that brake pedal as well. Trail braking to a T here for Stone Colby. Immaculate pace in these Toyota GR86s as well as Mazda MX-5 Cup cars. Now as we make our way through minute 19 and 20, that's competition caution is going to fly. Stone Colby unfortunately drops back to P10. He's able to gain about 1-2 positions after that big avalanche effect there in turn 1, lap 1. We're gonna get them re-racked. We will get them restacked here. And if you are just now joining us, we'll take a look at this race replay here. This got pretty wild there. And of course, referencing lap 1, turn 1 of the race. Where does it start? It all starts up here. I think we'll just have to see at this race race pace here. 3 wide going into the tight turn 1, and I don't. It's hard to tell if there was any contacts there between the two. We'll maybe take a different camera angle. Look at Slater Colby. He gets shot out of a cannon on this race start. Here comes Andrew Bound, and then let's see if there is any contact with Brandon Birch and Andrew Bound right here as they make their way down the hill and then back up the hill. I think that's a really nice angle right there, and I don't think that there was any contact. I think that's going to be net code out of that right rear and left rear quarter panel there. You can definitely see there was air in between those two drivers. Slater Colby, I've raced with these guys enough to know that they'll bump you to get you right back straight if you did kind of spin, and that's exactly what happens there. Slater gets Andrew Bound righted back the right way, and then here comes Stone Colby after 4-wheeling it there out of the exit of turn 1 going into 2 and 3. Then there's just nothing that Slater or Stone. Nico actually makes it by there. There goes Stone around in the 52. Still spinning here. Golly, that was Christine McConey, hard impacts. Then it's Ali Aksay who continues to spin after this first sort of incident, there's kind of a second wave here that happens. Jake Steckler, I see, as a driver involved. There you see the 57 of Dylan Baste, who's had some pace there, fighting with Warren Johnson and Amethyst Reese here tonight. Woo-wee. What a start of this after this 45-minute vid here from Barber Motorsports Park. Whoa, we're still going around. Let's hop on board with the league owner here, Mr. Warren Johnson. This will be a fun one. This is that first incident, and then it's the second one that gets him involved, and then kind of gets not shoved off, yeah, well, dinked off the track, you could call it there. Goes for a play in the sand, but unfortunately not summer break. Warren Johnson's going to have to get it back out and ride it the right way. Looks like he will, and Warren's back up to 14th position. All right, so with this field re-racked and restacked, a little quick competition caution here. Got about a little more than half the track to go, so let's go through the field real quick. Brought to you by Race to Stop Suicide. Check on those friends and family members down there around you. Not just a, hey, how's it going, but hey, have a decent conversation with them every now and then. It's Andrew Bound here in the Hot Doggers Jumbo Hot Dog 651 machine. He's out back to where he started this race after falling back to about 6th, 7th position. There you go, Nico. Brandon Birch, he'll start in the outside row, P2. Joey Rainey, P3, after working his way up 3 positions. Benjamin Forehands, really nice pace. We saw Benjamin Forehands really fighting up there in that 3rd position earlier on. Now Joey Rainey takes that away. That's where they'll start on this race restart. Nico Colby, Igor, Joe Rainey, Slater Colby, Josh Hunter, and Stone Colby, who round up the top 10. Slater and Stone, after starting in the same row on the race start, which was the 2nd row back, they now admire themselves in the 8th and 9th, so I think that's 4th and 5th row back. Josh Hunter, Demetrius Gallegos. How about Demetrius showing our biggest mover tonight in the 003 Toyota GR86 machine, now shown 9, count them 9 positions since the drop of the green flag. Jake Steckler, he was involved in Avalanche turn 1, 2, and 3. Jake Stecks, he's back up to where he started this race though. It's P12, Amethyst Reese, Warren Johnson, Dylan Baste are still all right there with one another. Blankets over that battle. It's Ali Xay, it's Colton Perez, Samuel Donathan, Darren Colby, Glenn Bratton, Christine McConey, and Nikolai Meiswinkle, who round out our 23 driver grid here tonight. Barney's got the green flag in his hands. The field is re-racked, restacked. It's Andrew Bound who's going to lead us down into the tight technical turn 1. Brandon Birch right there behind him in that baby blue machine. Joey Rainey, Benjamin Forehand, and then it's Nico Colby. That's when we're going to start to look 2 by 2. We will single file it out here until P2. No, Joey Rainey thinks better of it. Now we're going to start to look too wide there. None other than Slater Colby. He's going to have the inside. Joe Rainey has the outside over a hard charging Igor. Here we go. We're going to start to look 2, 3 wide. No, we'll save 3 wide. No, Slater Colby is going to send it 3 wide. It's tough. It's aggressive action here earlier on. There's contact out of the back bumper of Josh Hunter. It's 4 wide. That's not going to work. And down around Amethyst Reese goes. Amethyst Reese involved. It's Dylan Baste involved as well. Does Warren Johnson? Yeah, Warren Johnson's made it through, but he's got battles of his own right here. Warren Johnson, Darren Colby, Stone Colby, and Josh Hunter are all starting to go at it here. It's 10th, it's 11th, it's 12th, it's 13th, even 14th position up for grabs here on this race restart. Brandon Birch, he is still well within striking distance. Joey Rainey, I don't know if he's going to have to start to do more offense or play more defense right here, the number 30 machine, as he has Nico Colby, a very, very aggressive Colster machine, breathing down his rear view camera and rear bumper there. Nico Colby, he's got a 0.3 of a second gap over Benjamin Forehand, and that's for 5th. Joey Rainey still sits in 6th as he drops back down to about 1.2 seconds on this opening lap for the second stint. Whoa, Darren Colby, no, 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 Darren Colby, he tries to four-wheel it down there into the exit of turn 16, backing onto the start-finish straight. Now Darren Colby's gonna have some company here. Amethyst Reese goes on by. Amethyst says, thank you very much. Darren Colby, that vehiclebuyers.com machine is not down and out of this battle here just yet. I know Darren, he's gonna put his foot right back down. He's gonna put his head back down. He's gonna get, I know he's gonna work for this P18 position. You might be asking, well, what happened there with the Darren Colby machine? I think it was, yeah, it was out of turn 16. He's trying to chase Warren Johnson here. Let's see what happens. Whoa, he already gets loose, and then he's down there out on the grass, tries to save it. Oh, man, heavy contact for that. One more look here. I'm curious on, okay, there's, really aggressive on those left side. I guess you call it sausage curb instead of rumble strip. Then starts throwing grass and gravel up everywhere as he's got it saved left, right, back, and center. And then, oh man, the car just catches there, and it's hard, heavy contact. Like we saw on lap 1 of the race with another driver there out of turn 16. Whoa, holy contacts there. Joey Rainey and Brandon Birch were side by side. They were door to door, and this is just what I just mentioned. Jake Stegler, deja vu right there for just what happened to Darren Colby. Hard contact out of turn 16 with the outside wall. We're not only gonna have to look at Jake Stegler's incident, but what happened there between Joey Rainey and Brandon Birch. Here's Brandon Birch. He gets loose with those right side tires up and off the racetrack and no longer on the tarmac. Well, grass is a little bit slippier compared to the tarmac. I stand corrected, not contact between the two, but it was, as Nico, I don't know if he's, I think he's laughing there with those flashes of the lights. Here it's going to look like the exact same incident that I think with Darren Colby happened just last lap. Yep, right side tires up off the grass, a quick jolt to the wheel to get it sent to the right, although I think Darren Colby maybe jolted it to the right a bit quicker, which had it saved for a brief moment until those 4 tires got lost contact with the tarmac and onto the grass they went. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the last 15 minutes of this race. It's Andrew Brown, it's Joey Rainey, it's Brandon Birch. We've seen this time and time again. Not only the cream starting to rise to the top, but also it's when that these drivers, it's this point in the race that you can't wait anymore. You have to push each and every single lap, and I think that's why we're starting to see even more off tracks that are starting to kind of show themselves here within this point of the race. Looking on rear bumper cam, I guess you call it rear camera of that Rainey Homes Racing Joe Rainey machine. Slater Colby, that bright red Apex Motor Club vehicle buyers overstockvehicles.com machine. That's gotta scare you if you start to see that there in your rear view mirror for Joe Rainey. Joe, he's worked his way up to P6. He's shown some nice immaculate pace here tonight for Barber Motorsports Park. But Slater Colby, I know he's driving with a little bit of a vengeance there tonight. His little bro, Nico Colby, he's going to try to sneak it around down to the inside of Benjamin Forant. Nice pass. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the 16 there. Nico Colby, he's now made the pass up to P4. Now Benjamin Forant, he has more company, and it's Joe Rainey. He's knocking down that rear bumper, or he's knocking on the bumper of the Scott Adams driver development number 35. Joe Rainey, he's going to try to get that throttle pedal back down here through one of our tight technical, call it downhill hairpins. How about Joe, number 17, game 2, he's up to P6. Kind of in this, kind of the meat of the sandwich right here, right now between Benjamin Forant and Slater Colby. 14 minutes to go. Joey Rainey still well within striking distance to the race lead. Andrew Brown, he looks like those rear brake lights got on there Andrew Bound was a little bit earlier on the brakes, which kind of allowed I think the front to kind of sink into the racetrack, allow that front suspension, what kind of front suspension we have of these Toyota GR86s, allowed it to kind of grip as much as it could possible into the racetrack. Andrew Bound here continues to try and pull away from that R-charging Joey Rainey, but this battle for the race lead, the whole race tonight, it has been separated by about 0.0002, about 0.2 of a second. Right now it's going to be 0.00 of a second once again, as these drivers will run door to door here in towards our downhill, one of our other downhill tight technical hairpin sections. It's Andrew Bound. He's going to play the offense there as he's able to find that throttle pedal, keep the speed, keep the momentum, moving and grooving there out of corner exit. It's Joey Rainey. He's able to kind of keep that spot, keep well within 10, we'll call it 0.2 of a second here, as he was just running side by side was Joey Rainey. Joey's going to do everything that he can here tonight. He's already worked 4 positions gained since the drop of the green flag. Maybe trying to fake it down the inside, tries to fake that crossover move. Maybe gets Andrew Bound in that mental mindset there. I don't think Joey's got to fake him out here too much, as he will have the speed. Joey will have the momentum. It's Joey Rainey down and around the inside, but it switches back to the outside. This battle isn't over here just yet. Andrew Bound, he's doing everything that he can to try and stay into the inside with this argy-bargy. This allows Benjamin Forehand to get up right within this battle. Now there's contact. Benjamin Forehand goes around. No, Benjamin, no. Wow, well, here comes a nice crossover move from Mr. Joe Rainey. He's going to have Slater Gulby help him going out there into tight technical turn 1. Oh, this is going to get tight. Oh, Nico Colby, he goes for a ride there. Somehow keeps 4 tires still straight. There's contact with Slater and Benjamin Forehand. Benjamin is done playing around here tonight. He knows it is go time. Slater saying the same thing under that virtual helmet, as Slater's got his twin bro Stone right there behind him. Really quick, here's this incident between these 2 drivers. Contact there, that is no net code. Benjamin has to do what's right there and just kind of try and he just has to wait there on the brakes until kind of the whole pack goes by. Definite contact as they were battling it out there hard for B2 and B3. But man, with that contact being said, that allowed Joey Rainey to slot his way back up into to the race lead. His first time he's seen it tonight. Let's see if he can lead lap number 20. It'll be the first lap that he led tonight, as Nico Colby, after contacts there for Brandon Birch, another. That's exactly what I mentioned earlier on in the race. Benjamin Forehand, this is another race where we've seen top 3 pace out of Brandon Birch, but unfortunately here tonight, again, after the competition caution flies, after we start getting into the nitty-gritty, just like we saw last week from Brands Hatch, Brandon Birch, he did work his way back up to P5 after a little bit of a slip and slide, and then slice and dice back up to P5, but it's going to be easier said than done here for Birch tonight as he falls back to P13. Comes Nico Colby. He's got company though, Joe Rainey, and now Joe Rainey started to try to run away, or at least put one gap here one car gap in between him and Slater. Joe Rainey, he knows it's go time. He's got to get that gas and throttle pedal down there earlier on, going on these straightaways, trying to get that speed and momentum working to make these passes happen, because that's exactly what can happen. There's contact. It's right in front of Stone's lap. Joey Rainey and Stone are connected. I think their wings were dragging on one another. That's Warren Johnson involved. Warren Johnson and Andreas Profana, they were all in a battle of their own there after cars that get Velcroed one another with Stone and Slater. There's nowhere to go. Here comes Ali Iksay. Ali Iksay down the inside, a 3 wide move. He's barely clear. No. Warren Johnson goes around into the beach sand again for Warren Johnson. Same corner, but it was no fault of his own. Oh my days. And then it's another incident for Brandon Birch. Golly. Where do we start this one? Okay, I think it's, well, we have to start, I think, with Joe Rainey here. Joe Rainey and Stone, who have their contact. And then it's, yeah, this is what I meant. Like, it's like they get duct taped together here. Stone tries to get Joe straight, and then Joe not on the brakes, I guess, to try and keep it off the racing line. And then Warren, I think that's Andreas Porfrena as well as Brandon Burke, who is right there with them. This is going to be a fun, I don't know if fun is the right word, but we'll hop on board with Warren and see what see what Warren didn't see. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, no, no. All right, we're getting down. It's boiling down to the nitty and the gritty. It's still Joey Rainey who continues to lead over Andrew Bound. Andrew Bound, this isn't the first time that he's done this, not only in this race, but as well as in the seasons in this Toyota GR86 West Coast Sim Racing Monday Night League. We've seen Andrew Bound here. Remember, at the start of this race, he got admired back in about 5th, 6th position. He worked his way, made it look relatively easy getting back up to the front. Well, that jumbo hot doggers machine, same story, different lap here as we continue to crest our way a little bit closer towards the white and checkered flags. Ooh, boy, Joey Rainey's got to be sweating up the storm. Andrew Bound, this is going to be a fun driver interview question to ask him if I better write it down so I don't forget. As well as let me know, those of you who join us live there down tonight at Stay Studio Network live YouTube chats. Who would you rather be right here? Both of these drivers, you know that they have race-winning pace. Would you rather be Joey Rainey, who's going to have to play some defense? Or would you rather be Andrew Bound and have to play some offense? Oh boy, I got my answer here. Let's see, Moonlight Dancer, Mitch Crowther, Ted, Andrew, Jaws. I'm waiting on your answers here as we'll continue to feud this battle for the race lead. We'll hop on board with Andrew Bound. Let's see if he fakes it until he makes it down the inside. No, he does not fake that inside line happening. It's Joey Rainey. He's finding every single tenth, every single thousandth, every tiny little bit of centimeter of asphalt that is available here to him. It's Joey Rainey. He's putting 4 tires right there on him, and even 2 tires up and off the racetrack in some of these turns. Coming up to the 39th minute, that's only about 6 minutes left to go. Lap times ranging at about the 1:30. So I think if my math is mathin', that'll be about 3 laps left to go in this race. Well, we appreciate all those sponsors and affiliates up there in the top right of the screen. I'm talking overstockvehicles.com, vehiclebuyers.com. If you're looking to buy, if you're looking to sell, Race to Stop Suicide, West Coast Sim Racing of both the GR86 League as well as the GT Challenge League, as well as Slipstream Performance and Con Coaching. Con Coaching, Zane, the man, the myth, the legend, he'll definitely find you time. Speaking of finding a time, though, Andrew Bound, he is finding all sorts of bit of time here. Andrew, he's going to make a move down the inside line going into turn 1. This is tough, though. Remember, lap 1 of the race, we saw the avalanche effect. Incident after incident after incident. Andrew Bound, thankfully, though, he's gonna wait and live to fight another day, live to fight another lap. Only 5.5 minutes left to go in this race. Andrew Bound still well within striking distance. It's 0.15 tenths of a second here separating Joey Rainey and Andrew Bound. Ladies and gentlemen, who gets it done tonight? Would you rather be offense, defense? Got that YouTube chat? Let me know down there as we only have 5 minutes left to go. That's going to be, let's see, 1:33. That's, yeah, about 3 minutes, 3 laps left to go in this race. Andrew Bound still, I don't know. You would think if Andrew Bound actually had the pace here underneath the, oh God, well that changes everything. Joey Rainey, after sending it lap after lap after micro adjustments on the wheel for 40 minutes time, it just takes that little bit of a slip up there. That's probably the most important corner there for you to have a slip up on. And unfortunately for Joey Rainey, he loses all of his speed. He loses all of his momentum there in corner exit. Andrew Bound now, he's going to say thank you very much and says, well, you know, also thank you for making that pass be relatively easy on my end. But now the positions are switched. Joey Rainey, he's now on the offensive after being on the defensive since about the second stint of this race. The stints are changed, positions are changed. We're probably looking about 2 more laps to go here. Here comes a nice battle between Josh Hunter and Nico Colby. Josh Hunter, he's had some pace here within this West Coast Sim Racing League. I believe he was our season champ within the multi-class series last season. A little bit of contact on his rear bumper from Nico Colby after Nico falls back and out of the top 3 driver interview position. Hunter falls back to P4. Excuse me, P5 is now Josh Hunter runs P4. Oh, Slater Colby, if he's able to keep this one up, this is going to be a really, really fun driver interview from the front to the back. Now back up to the front again to P3. Slater Colby goes. Ooh, boy, we're starting to get to it here, ladies and gents. It's only 0.2 of a second that still separate the Jumbo Hot Doggers machine and the Happy Cheeks number 30 of Joey Rainey. Joey Rainey's driving with some happy cheeks here tonight. 42 minutes down, 45 minutes in the race, 3 minutes to go, 2 laps left. It's going to get down here to this white flag lap, I think, and it may even come throughout turns 15 and 16. We'll continue to hop on board here with Joey Rainey. Here we go through 14, 15, and 16, the final turns on the track. This is exactly where I think something can and will possibly happen between these drivers. Here's 15, look at how it unsettles the car. Here's 16, the final turn on the track. Looking at 2 laps to go here tonight as Barney the Flagman is content on that white flag lap. On the white flag, he's going to keep it stowed up there back behind him as here comes Joey Rainey. This is a nice passing opportunity here. He's on the brakes. He trail brakes it perfectly. There's no contact made, but it's Andrew Bound who has the inside line back through here 2 and 3. Andrew Bound. Oh, this battle here just isn't over just yet as Joey Rainey. It's the switchback of switchbacks here tonight. From the right to the left. Take it back now, yo. 2 hops this time. It's Joey Rainey. He's now fighting up on the outside. It switches to the inside this time by. It's Joey Rainey. No, he's not able to get the throttle pedal down just yet. It's okay though. These drivers have memory banks of these drivers' memory banks, they're not going to forget anything that happened from lap 1. Anything from lap 1 of last season here. I'm talking, they're not going to forget that last lap as well. Joey Rainey, he's going to stow that there underneath him. He's going to kind of say, all right, Andrew, I see what we're going to do here in turns 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Let's see if I can make a little bit something different happen here as we'll make our way towards the isn't so straight and then the so straight. It's this time through 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's see, this is going to be tight within this timing up there on the top left of your screen on when this white flag lap will fly. We'll have to see if Barney the Flagman's going to wave it loud and proud here for us. Here we go through 15, 16, the final turn on the track. Let's see if Barney waves it. I am not seeing Barney the Flagman wave that flag loud. Oh, he is, excuse me. It is the white flag lap here tonight. So it is here between Andrew Bound and Joey Rainey. There's only 2.3 miles. There's only 16, well, really 14 turns left here at this point for Andrew to either make this win all happen. Will we see Andrew go back to back to back within the West Coast Sim Racing League, or will it be stolen away from Joey Rainey? Joey Rainey, he was side by side just a lap ago here through 10 through 15 and 16. We'll have to see if Joe Rainey is able to make it happen, if he's able to get at least door to door, if Joey Rainey is at least able to get side by side. We've seen the speed, we've seen Joey have the pace here tonight, but it's just micro mistake there that Joey Rainey made here within the exit of this turn. I believe it was the Happy Cheeks machine is trying to reel in the Hot Doggers machine. It's Andrew Bound, it's Joey Rainey. It's the final second half of this lap here tonight. White flag is out. Anything's going to go here between Andrew Bound and Joey Rainey. Ooh, here we go, 10-15. It's these final chances for Joey Rainey to make anything happen. He's right there with them. There was almost contact between the two. Joey Rainey, he's going to run it way wide after turf and grass onto the tires. No grip through 15 and 16. Joey Rainey's doing everything that he can to try and pin this brake, pin this throttle pedal down to the mat. It's going to be Andrew Bound. He goes back to back to back in the West Coast Sim Racing GR86 League. What a win. What a league start here for Andrew Bound as they go tumbling off into the sand. Slater Colby from the front to the back to the front again. He finishes it out P3. Josh Hunter across the stripe P4. Igor, Stone Colby, Brandon Birch, Joe Rainey is, oh, I hope Joe is okay after that one. Joe Rainey finishes P9, and it's Ali Iksei who finishes it out P10. Andreas Profana, Amethyst Reese, Dylan and Base, Benjamin Forand, and Demetrius Gallegos ran out the top 15. What a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on Stam Studio Network. My name is Sean Stam. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get these live driver interviews as well as these unofficial, official race results here scrolling on your screen. Don't go anywhere. What a race. What an opening stint to the season for Andrew Bound. Congratulations, man. We're going to have to we have to test that for rocket fuel or something there in the 651. Congratulations, Andrew Bound, on another race win. Joey Rainey, he take away P2 after almost coming away with the win here tonight. Only 0.14 seconds away from it. Slater Colby, Josh Hunter, Nico Colby ran at the top 5. It's Igor, it's Stone, it's Brandon Birch, it's Joe Rainey, and Ali Iksei who ran at the top 10 after really, really tough battles. I mean, look at the stints here between some of these drivers. Blankets over some of these battles, just separated by just tenths of a second. Ali Iksei will finish P10, Andreas Profana, Amethyst Reese, Dylan Baste, Benjamin Foran, Demetrius Gallegos, Warren Johnson, Darren Colby, Colton Juarez, Glenn Bratton, as well as Samuel Donathan, who round out our top 20. 21 through 23 belong to Jake Steckler, Christine McConey, and Nikolai Meiswinkle. Alrighty, we're going to catch up with these top 3 drivers here. Stick with us in a few moments' time as this is going to be fun chatting here with Andrew, Joey, and Slater as we'll take a look at the drop of the original green flag here. Hey, Andrew, this is Sean, live down here in Victory Lane, man. You got yourself a copy.
Hi, Sean. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Andrew, I'm doing pretty well here. Congratulations on another race win, Andrew. We're looking at the start of the race right here. Pretty wild argy-bargy on this race start, but after dropping a few positions, after getting straightened out by I think it was Slater, you find yourself back up to P1.
Yeah, shout out Slater for just helping my brother out. Appreciate that. Kind of unfortunate. I don't know if Brandon realized we were 3 wide because he definitely pinched us a little bit. I had essentially nowhere to go, which is unfortunate. Slater straightens me out. I think Stone runs wide, bit of a rejoin situation, then bumps into Slater. Everything just goes downhill from there.
Well, it made it fun broadcasting here on Stam Studio Network. Andrew, what a race. You also had, I mean, not only the race start here, but as well as, I mean, battling it out there hard with Joey Rainey. What was going through your minds there as you both were, it was kind of back and forth, some cat and mouse action there.
Yeah, it was good. I wish we had a couple more laps to do that. We went, I think me, Birch, and Joey went 3 wide into the back, like the double right apex, whatever that is, like the last 2 turns. Me and Birch just barely tapped each other, and he just got sent to the Shadow Realm, unfortunately. I was really looking forward to doing a 3-way battle with those guys. It was a lot of fun.
Well, Andrew, it looked like a lot of fun down there on the track. Who we shouting out tonight who makes it all possible for another race win?
Thanks to all the guys that show up week in, week out. It always makes the races, a lot of fun. We got some good guys to race with. Sean, thanks for broadcasting. Warren, thanks for hosting a good lead. And all the viewers.
Andrew, we appreciate it, man. Thanks for putting on a great show for the fans down there live in YouTube lands. Appreciate it. We'll get you, letting you pop some champagne here tonight. Congratulations, Andrew.
Thanks, sir.
All right, I believe I've caught up live here with Joey Rainey. He also had a wild start to this race. Joey, hey, it's Sean, man. You got yourself a copy.
Hey, Sean, how's it going?
Doing pretty well. I'm sweating. I'd imagine you are here too after not only a wild start to the race, but like I mentioned with Andrew there, both were going at it side by side, bumper to bumper. Man, Joey, walk us through it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun out there today. I was kind of fortunate to make my way through at the beginning of the race there and avoid the carnage, but it was a ton of fun there at the end. Like Andrew said, I wish we would have had a few more laps, and I wish that iRacing's contact and crash physics weren't so bad, so Birch wouldn't have gotten spin out by that minor contact. It's unfortunate. We were having a lot of fun, but it's always fun. We got good racing here and a bunch of good guys that know how to go fast and know how to race well.
Man, that's really well said, Joey. It's a lot of fun to watch week after week, and you couldn't have said it better than that. So it's a lot of great racing here. It's a lot of laughs there on the Discord. It's a lot of fun to hang out with you guys. Joey, congratulations on your P2, and it's another podium finish here for you. Who we shouting out to makes these podium finishes happen for you, man?
Mostly thanks to Warren for hosting the league and putting it all on and all the work he puts into getting these set up for us, and to you, Sean, for the best streams around. And I think this week I'm going to thank the Discord group chat that I'm in for these races. It's a lot of fun listening to the chaos back there. It makes me feel really good to be up at the front, not having to be back there and involved in that.
That's really well said, Joey. Congratulations once again. We'll let you get going, and have a great rest of your night, man.
You too, Sean. See you.
All right, Slater, man, from the front to the back up to the front. This is Sean. You got yourself a copy.
I'm here.
Well, thanks for helping a homie out there out up front. Straightened out Andrew Bound after some pretty heavy contact, and then, man, beating and banging there on the opening lap. But Slater, kind of walk us through it. What was going through your minds kind of in this moment?
Yeah, I mean, I had a drive off the start, so I was like, I guess I'm going to try and get myself up to the front. And we were pretty much side by side, and then going in, I just saw Andrew just come straight across, and I was like, oh, God. And then I hit him, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want him to spin out, so I hit his front to knock him back straight. That worked. And then we go three wide again into turn 2, and Stone kind of just rejoined and nailed me, and then I just got spun. But we watched the replay back, and Birch definitely kind of snugged us in on the first corner a little bit, but it's racing. You got to do what you got to do. But just tried to, I don't know, get my way to the pack as fast as I could. Those guys mid-pack were, actually doing some pretty decent time. So it was hard to get through. Josh Hunter, I got to shout him out. He had some insane pace throughout the whole race. I kind of took a while for me to get him, and then I got him, and then I kind of pulled a gap, and then he pulled right back up on me, and then he did the same thing at the end of the race. But I guess I'm glad to salvage some points and get a 3 after all of that.
Well said there, Slater, and man, shouting out Josh Hunter. That was fun to watch him. He's actually our biggest move here tonight, finishing 4th after gaining 11 positions. Josh, congratulations to you there. But Slater, back to you. It's a podium finish. Like you said, you'll salvage some points here tonight. Back up to where you started. Wish the race was maybe a little bit longer. Would have seen what you had there for him. Slater, who we thanking? Who makes it all possible for this podium finish?
Warren for putting on the league, of course. You for broadcasting, and vehicle buyers, Overstock Vehicles, friends and family at home watching, all the other viewers, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Slater. I'll see you next week, and have a great rest of your night, man.
Thank you.
All right, I think we got one more. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's our league owner. Hey, Mr. Warren Johnson, you got yourself a copy. This is Sean up in the booth.
Hello, Sean, Sam in the booth. How are you?
Well, Warren, I'm doing pretty well. That looked like some pretty fun racing to be a part of there, especially on the race restarts. How about you? You finished at, I think, P16 tonight.
It was really good race until people tried to go 3 wide through that little hairpin chicane thing on the back straight. That is the worst racing move I've ever seen in this league. So that was just unbelievable.
Well, other than that, I was going to say that the lap times, like Slater was referencing there, they were very, very similar to one another from without the pack. So yeah, I mean, first through 23rd here is a lot of fun to watch, Warren. I'd like to be another one of the not drivers, but another one of the guys who thank you here for just putting on an immaculate racing league, and keep up your hard work there behind the scenes. It doesn't go unnoticed.
I appreciate that. I wish I could, have good races in my own league, but it just hasn't been possible every race this season. So we'll hopefully we'll try to. Yeah, well, we're gonna have Watkins Glen on Thursday, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we're going there, so it'll be cool. Hopefully that is the turning point for the season for me. So I don't know what to say. It was I'm just mind blown about some driving etiquette. But no, thanks to everybody for racing with us. The Apex guys, all the new people that joined our league, you for broadcasting, all the viewers, of course, thank you very much for coming in and tuning in. You guys have been killing it on the views. I think we've had like 1,500 average views a week right now, which is like really good. So appreciate that. And then, everybody else, see you next time, Thursday at Watkins Glen for GT3s.
Well said there, Warren. I know that I know when you say I don't know what to say. That's I don't know. It's almost like you've had interview training after that, because you wrapped it up pretty well. But Warren, we appreciate it once again, and I know there's probably going to be quite a few reviews here after this one. So best of luck to you there. We will let you get going, and have a great rest of your night, Warren.
Thanks, man. No sleep till Watkins.
There it is. All right, the man, the myth, the legend, number 24, Warren Johnson. He'll round it up 16, but keep your eye on that 24 next race for the GT Challenge, West Coast Sim Racing, Thursday night, live at Watkins Glen. That's going to do it here for us tonight for the GR86 series. I appreciate each and every single one of you joining in. It's Sean Stam live here on Stam Studio Network. Make sure you join us Thursday night for another one. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a great rest of your night.